From undisclosed locations for reasons of security and insecurity, tonight we present to you MNR TV live show, Conspiracy Facts, Fake News, and the Real Truth. And without further ado, let me introduce to you my very special host with me, the madman, the info madman Mario. Welcome to the MNR TV live show. My God, I feel like a space cadet tonight.
A lot of things are going on. It's the heat. It's Montreal's 375th anniversary.
Yeah.
Right, of the, well, I consider this day more to be for the Freemasonry and the Jesuits who built this city, because without them there wouldn't be no Montreal. Is that true? Because that's what Freemasonry is.
And they didn't build this city in rock and roll, that's for sure. They built it on the Illuminati, on slavery, and your street they built it on. Anyhow, tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of in the news about conspiracy facts, fake news, and the real truth that's out there. So let's get going and start the show, folks.
All right, so now I'm going to be doing what I normally do, which is switching on over to show you, the first things first is, well, we're going to show you. So this is me, this is Mario, and I'm going to be switching on over right now.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So now what we got here is the MNR Productions Mariolaur .blogspot.ca, and this appears everywhere. And oops, you see what happened here? I forgot to reload.
Happened?
So what happens when you reload? The show comes right there, and there you go. You click there, and you could see us live. All right, and then you just go down, and there's Chitango, there, Polly, or whoever else is watching.
I don't know who's watching. Somebody's gonna be watching. Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Okay, so shall we start with the pictures of the week and then the news?
Oh yeah, for sure. Forced allegiance. Children in the U.S. are psychologically violated and coerced through manufactured consent. They are made to support a regime of mass corporate-led government agendas that include financial slave labor, divisional inequality, radical extremist ideologies of experimentalism, international military violence, domestic false flag terrorism, and the implementation of a militarized police state. That's exactly what they're doing now, folks. And yeah, that's what they're doing in the States, and it's not good at all.
But of course, they're not focusing on deals. They're not focusing at all on this. What they're doing is they're focusing on other nonsense out there, but which we don't cover on here because we're not mainstream garbage, right?
No, we're not.
All right, but this is happening, and that's why we're reporting this. Suivant, next. Oh yeah.
Funny how these two serial pedophiles both get honored by the Queen, but the usually pretty thorough MI5 background check failed to identify them as such. Funny that. And there's they call him Rocket Child, but his name's David Savelli, the guy on the right with the long hair, and he's a known pedophile. He was protected by the Queen because he used to serve her with kids and bring them to her. A big pedophile, very sick man who belongs in the clutches of hell. And the other guy too.
But nobody talks about this, right? It's all in the underground.
Exactly. Nobody talks about it at all. But it's very well known in the 70s and 80s. David Savelli. No, Jimmy or David Savelli. I think, Jimmy. Sorry, folks. Jimmy Savile.
Sick puppies.
Yeah, sick puppy indeed.
All right. Suivant, next.
Imagine, if you will, a world run by satanic pedophile psychopaths whose mind controlled the masses using fear, false flags, the mainstream media. Now imagine the masses waking up to this sick agenda to fix the problem. I could imagine it, but I don't see it happening. I still don't see it happening. People waking up to what is going on. I mean, people want to celebrate a 275th anniversary of what? You know what I mean? Slavery. Even though it's Montreal, and they're gonna spend like I think $1 billion just on celebrations. Is that correct?
No. Meanwhile, the city is falling apart and they're being hypocrites about it because there's potholes and there's poverty and, hypocrites.
There's sick stuff going on, sick people being tortured in institutions and MK Ultra and pedophile rings in Montreal. It just keeps on going and going, just all this sick, depraved stuff that should be taken care of and destroyed once and for all.
All right, so we've on next. Now we're getting into war.
The whole truth about a thing empowers us to see deception and illusion for what it is. If we ignore the negative, we limit our perception. If we blindly believe something, we have been disempowered. If we do not question our conclusions, we fall victim to the inaccuracies. It's all truth. But if only we have half the picture, we can misperceive one thing for another and fall into a pitfall of our own creation. Seek truth all the way.
That's what we want. The truth.
Yes. They distort the truth. The archons, they distort the truth to make us look like, which is ridiculous.
All right. Yeah, well, look at all the pictures. You see how it's altered?
I know.
All right, so we've on next. Oh, this is more about how Western imperialism works.
Number one, target a country by calling it a rolled steak. Number two, support local terrorists, calling them freedom fighters. Number three, bomb the country into oblivion, calling it sanctions. Number four, spread lies and propaganda through the mainstream media. Number five, invade the country, call it liberation. Number six, install previously owned central bank, steal all resources, call it investment and reconstruction. That's what happened to Iraq and Afghanistan and so many countless other countries.
Syria is a classic example of number six.
Yes.
They want to do the last one. Number six is what I always tell people. That's what they're fighting for, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. Like Suivant next, this one right here. This breaks my heart.
I know. When the soldier was leaving for another war of oil, Republicans couldn't cheer loud enough. Now that he's back and the cost of his medical care make him homeless, Republicans are quietly cutting his veterans benefits by $1.4 billion. Exactly.
Sounds kind of like us when we retire from our slavery jobs,
They're gonna kick us to the curb.
Nah, they're gonna want us to die. They're gonna give us all kinds of these meds just to kill us off like that. They don't have to pay us our pension. Well, that's what's happening to these guys. They're slaves just like us.
Let's hope that big event happens, that this won't happen in the near future. The big event.
I know. Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to do a show on that, I think. Or summing up what we think is gonna happen.
About the big event, but not right now though.
No, now is not a time to talk about it, but in the future. Suivant next, another one about wars.
Why do we have wars? Because we are ruled by an elite group of psychopaths who own the banks that control the governments and media. They fund both sides of war and profit, and they manufacture the consent of the public through the propaganda of the media. That's exactly what they do.
That's in a nutshell, right here.
Right there.
And these poor gentlemen, that are putting their lives on the line for what purpose? It's not for freedom, because there is no freedom. There'll never be any freedom. We're all being enslaved with money. That's what's sad. But they're still heroes because they're trying. Yes.
A prison planet, if you will.
All right. So we've on next.
We have been programmed to consume foods that do not nourish, buy things we do not need, borrow money we will never have, marry though we do not know how to love, and live without questioning the meaning of life. How can we embody our unlimited potential if we follow nearly identical life paths? More importantly, how can we expect our planet to sustain us as we blindly follow paths to its destruction? Very well spoken. Unfortunately, it's very true what this person is saying.
Well, it's by Anita Mikak at Nature Rediscovered. I don't know what that is, but
No,
it makes a lot of sense.
yeah, it sure does. That's for sure.
All right, so we've all, last but not least,
If we will have a world government, whether you like it or not. The only question is whether that government will be achieved by conquest or consent. Paul Warburg. I've seen this meme before, also by Henry Kissinger and David Rockefeller, the late David Rockefeller. But yeah, Paul Warburg, he's one of the 13 family bloodlines of the Illuminati.
But you know something there, Rob? I was thinking about this. You know, 375th birthday of Montreal is Montreal. We're considered the new world. Okay, they're not New World Order because we're not yet the New World Order, but it's Montreal. We're like that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's really the 375th birthday of the New World.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. All right, so that's the pictures on the week that have been posted on both Google's Plus's Conspiracy Talk and Facebook Conspiracy Talk. Speaking of Facebook Conspiracy Talk, here she is, and loud and clear. If you want to see our show, whenever we have shows or do videos, it's all here. It appears on our blog, and you know, it's all a great circle. I wouldn't say a vicious circle because it's not vicious, just a great circle, right?
Yeah, and also look at this one, fake news network. That should be CNN. We replace the F with a C, CNN, but it's fake news network. That's what it is. I want you to tell the real news and nothing but the news, the real stuff.
Well, our version, our way.
Not fake crapola that we see out there and that we hear.
All right. So I guess we're going to commence the news. I mean, that's what people have been waiting for, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And we're going to start firstly, but begin withly, right? Let me just see. Could you see a big? Yeah, I guess so, right? Okay, now we're going to talk about WannaCry.
WannaCry ransom cyber attack may have North Korea link. What did I tell you? They're going to want to blame them.
Yeah, you know why? To start a false flag. And then again, guess who's reporting this?
BBC.
BBC. Exactly. And you know what BBC is?
Mainstream.
I personally don't like bringing things from mainstream unless if it's to tell people that it's not true and that they're onto something. And of course, when mainstream says something, usually means the opposite. So North Korea is not linked to this. Who's linked to this? The United States, the NRA and NSA. And
I wonder if POTUS is involved in this.
Perhaps.
But
only time will tell.
Well, I think we're talking about him after, aren't we?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
He has enough troubles of his own.
So anyways, we're going to go to the next one because, hey, Polly. Yeah, there is an attack coming, but it's from the American. I mean, from the government, you know. I'm not talking about the citizens here.
And the thing is, they probably want to control us from using the computer the way we're using it, the internet. They want to turn it so we don't use it against them.
The next one, speaking of which, is this what you were talking about, Rob?
No. Murdered DNC staffer Seth Rich was the NDC emails WikiLeaker confirmed. New electronic evidence confirmed Seth Rich had contact with WikiLeaks before his death. It's really no secret why Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Richard was murdered almost a year ago. Nor has it been considering how Hillary Clinton's FMR campaign advisor John Podesta, Skippy they call him, along with his fellow campaign manager Robbie Moak and a gentleman by the name of Joel Benson were found to have plotted to make an example of the suspected leaker for interrupting with WikiLeaks, the organization that ultimately released damning DNC emails which cost Rich his life last June. It is apparent that the law enforcement investigators were told to stand down and to portray Rich's murder as a botched up robbery, and it's apparent that the cover-up orders came from above. An email thread published by WikiLeaks, which includes Clinton FMR campaign manager John Podesta, his fellow campaign manager Robbie Moak, and Joel Benson of the Benson Strategy Group, provides more clues. The emails was titled "Regarding Washington Post Story. Sorry to write this on a Saturday night." And look at it, to John Podesta. I agree. We have press staff. This will be much easier, and I would love an example being made. And look what it says over here. Agreed. Happy to talk to Dave's. Call me crazy, but I think if we can survive the next month, it will be possible. Maybe even straightforward to get our arms around this one. That is an actual campaign. I'm definitely for making an example of a suspected leaker, whether we have any real basis or not. JP, which stands for John Podesta, which he is one of the top suspects of a pizza pedogate.
Sick puppy.
Yeah, and his nickname Skippy. We've seen his emails, and I mean we've seen his video. And I'm not going to read all of this over here, but yeah, it gets deeper into it. But all the links will be up on the show after the show's done. It'll be in the description.
In the description, yes. But you're going to leave it out that it's in the description.
No, of course not.
People say, where do we find all this? People want to know. They want to go check it out for themselves. Even though you could pause the video and read what we're showing.
Exactly. Yeah, so
it's out there, eh?
Exactly. There's a lot of information, but yeah, exactly. So they are definitely hiding something that don't want people to know. Very suspicious, if you ask me.
Oh, the next one is the CIA.
Yes, CIA is world's most dangerously incompetent spy agency. Assange. Which is Julian Assange. As we go down, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has described the CIA as dangerously incompetent in response to the U.S. agencies branding him as a friend of terrorists. The war of words started after RT asked the CIA to comment on reports of its hacking exploits. Dictators and terrorists have no better friend in the world than Julian Assange, as theirs is the only privacy he protects. CIA spokesperson Heather Fritz Horniak told RT in an email.
Oh crap, eh?
Definitely. More baloney. The scathing response came after RT and the CIA to comment on the assessment of former agents analyst Ray McGovern. He suggested that a capability to falsely digitalize fingerprints exposed by WikiLeaks as part of its ongoing Vault 7 disclosure cast doubts on allegations against Russia in connection with the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Could it be the Russian hack was really done by John Brennan of the CIA? If I were asked to bet on that, then I would bet that's exactly what was the case. What does that mean? It means that these trumped-up charges against Trump, pardon the pun, are baseless, McGovern added. I wonder.
The CIA that's done even wanna cry.
Well, yeah. The CIA wants to impeach POTUS. That's the problem, you know, and they're probably trying to find a way to get him out. And this is all funded by the one and only George. You know. Exactly. He's the one that's trying to get POTUS out of office right here. So we'll see, you know. But I'm sure that there's a lot going on.
Yeah, they want to impeach him, eh?
Yeah, they do. They want to impeach Trump. I mean, I've heard about that. Paulie, what are your thoughts on this, that they want to impeach Trump? It's beginning now. So, wow. They're saying it's as bad as Richard Nixon's with Watergate. But instead, they should be focusing on Pizzagate and Pedalgate.
The reason why I'm not putting anything on Trump yet is because I want to know clearer what it is, what's happening. That's why I'm not like I'm waiting to see, because sometimes a lot of this stuff is made up by mainstream media.
Mainstream fake.
Yeah, and you know, like, what are they really up to? Is that what they're saying? That's why I don't put up right away, you know.
But I'm sure that there's something going on. There's something brewing out there. Stargate.
Now this one.
Stargate. Stargate log. I mean, Stargate mentions in Iraq war logs leaked by Chelsea Manning before imprisonment. United States Marine Corps squads labeled as Stargate terms during Iraq war. Army intelligence soldier Chase Manning, who is well known for leaking over 700,000 U.S. classified documents, will be released from military prison this week after serving a 7-year sentence, according to a statement released by Manning's legal team May 9th. The transgender Army intel soldier was responsible for leaking Iraq war logs to the organization's WikiLeaks, which published the documents that mention reference to Stargate in at least 4 instances. In one incident, which took place on August 5th, 2005, the 8 Engineers Support Battalion 9 Line Response Team, aka Stargate 13, encountered 2 mission area managers friendlies in garbage dumps, one from whom was digging. After the MAMS was spotted by Stargate 13, they were seen fleeing on a motorcycle before being engaged by Stargate 13 with 5 tracer rounds, followed by a barrage of 40.762 62mm bullets fired from an M240G. But the motorcycle continued on the escape through a hole in the wire of a location that is known as 1854D. According to the report, no IED was found, and a controlled demolition was performed by possible detonation device. Now, this sounds just like 9/11.
Yeah, but it's Stargate. Isn't that incredible? I always suspected that that's why they were in Iraq to begin with.
Because of a certain...
They wanted that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were after that.
And also, they wanted the countries like the culture, the jewelry, or the gold, or the jewelry. Maybe there's some magical thing to it.
One will only know.
Maybe had certain powers.
In the future, eh? Won't know.
Oh my God. Apparently The Rock wants to run for president. I heard about that.
Yeah, but that's, you know, just like Ted Nugent, whatever happened to him.
I know. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, POTUS is in bad shape right now as we speak.
Yeah, but like I said, we're only going to discuss it in the future when we get the real stuff,
when we get more information from where we get it from. If you're
not from mainstream media. All right.
Not from FNN, fake news network, CNN. If you're alive in 30 years, it's likely you will be alive in 1,000 years.
I don't want to live. I don't want to be alive in 10,000 years.
In 1,000.
1,000 years, 10,000, 1,000, whatever. For me, it feels like I lived already 10,000 years.
Life extension is no joke. It's been pursued avidly by the chief engineer at Google, Ray Kurzweil, and is increasingly popular, with some scientists claiming we were mere decades away from the ultimate explosion of advancement. Getting younger is an interesting concept, literally editing your cells and DNA, regrowing telomeres to bring them back to a youthful state. This is happening right now. Uh-oh. DNA. Stand together against aging and death. Increasingly, your life expectancy is something you can do any day of the week. Your DNA is either getting young or older. Today, you may be destined to die at 90. but eat right foods, meditate, and a bit of exercise, all of a sudden you may be destined to die at 91. Coupled with direct genetic therapy, there's no telling how long we can maintain youth and health. One thing is for certain, though, death is not an absolute. Like all things that seem absolute in science, we are bending the rules and figuring out how to alter the barriers. What? So that means we'd actually be getting younger.
I don't want younger. I don't know. I don't know. Would you want to be younger? I mean,
well, yeah, no pain, no problems, just fun. Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing is I don't know. It can't happen, you know.
As the globe collaborates and computing power continues to double every year, we're experiencing an acceleration of possibility. The images from Ray Kurzweil's book, The Singularity, is near. When humans transcend biology predicts the computer to be more intelligent than the human brain, indeed, with the advent of quantum computing, this does seem to be the case. The advancement of computer technologies directly relate to the advancement of information technologies and help either spread rapidly. With 3D printers can print medicine with coded blueprints, the information of how to create the medicine becomes traded and important as the medicine itself. So if you can make it another 20 years, expect technology to have advanced so far that it will take you another 20 years. After those 40 years go by, you'll be able to utilize tech that'll let you live another 40 years. Stay calm, keep peace, and let's live a long and prosperous life. But that means more slavery. If we're younger,
yeah.
Work and work and work and work. Could you imagine working where you're working for the rest for forever and ever, or almost for thousands of years? I can't.
First of all, yeah, they're going to run out of money, and you know what's going to come after that.
Yes.
You know, it's impossible. No. This, unfortunately, I don't know. It remains to be seen. We're not going to discredit it, but
where are these 3D printers we keep hearing all the time?
Oh, I seen them. You could buy them. I seen them at a special store in the States.
Oh, okay, but how much?
Oh, they're like $1,000 or something. Maybe a little bit less. They actually make them.
And what can I make with it? What can I print?
No, you can make yourself 3D things with it. Like, I don't know.
Can I make a cell phone?
Yeah, but you can't really use it because you need the components.
Yeah, true. To make the components.
All right. So now let's go to the next one. CERN.
A peace accelerator in the Middle East desert. The opening of the region's first joint scientific research center bring together Israelis, Iranians, Palestinians, Turks, and others for work on a new particle accelerator. Sometimes peace starts through universal activities like science, arts, and sports.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah, exactly. When nations are at odds or even at war, sometimes peace can come quietly through a back door. China and the United States reconciled decades ago through a table tennis match. Serbia and Albania have edged closer after putting on a production of Romeo and Juliet. India and Pakistan have talked of joint research on Himalayan glaciers. South Korea hopes of the next Winter Olympics hopes to welcome a team from North Korea. The latest example of indirect peacemaking is the opening of the Middle East's first scientific research center on May 16. Located in Jordan and nearly a century in the making, it is funded by 9 countries in the region, some of which do not officially recognize each other. Yet now scientists from Israel will be working alongside Iranians and Palestinians. And even though Turkey does not recognize the republics of Cyprus, the researchers will be talking a common language, that of science and math. The other countries are Pakistan, Egypt, Bahrain, and Jordan. The center's focus...
Did someone say Cyprus? Go on.
Cyprus, yes. The latest focus is a particle accelerator, the only one in the region, and a useful tool for peering into molecules into fields from biology to archaeology. Its name is SESAME, an acronym for Synchronotron Light for Experimental Science and Applications in the Middle East. But the name is also the magic word to open a cave of gold in the fabled Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. One model for Sesame is CERN, the large Swiss battle-based particle physics laboratory. It was set up after the devastation of World War II to bring together European countries and joint research. This collaboration across boundaries later provided a useful model in the areas of science such as space exploration. But it also, don't forget, that's where the World Wide Web was born, by Tim Berners-Lee.
Hey, Ryan, welcome to the show.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't see nothing good coming out of CERN. You know, I honestly do not see anything good.
Well, not when they do satanic sacrifices there, as we've seen in the past. Doing some kind of ritual there. I don't know if it was a killing or mock. I don't know what it was, but they were using knives and all kinds of disgusting stuff. We've seen it in the video.
It can't be any good. Yeah, I know.
No, not at all.
It cannot be any good. Hold on now. This one I found very interesting. This next one coming up. Okay, I'm showing it now.
Okay, RFID technology, market worth $40.5 billion by 2025.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
This, like, can you tell people out there what the RFID technology is, Rob?
The RFID frequency identification, which is a global frequency identification and technology that can track you anywhere on the earth, but it also could be the foreshadowing of the mark of the beast.
And look, you see, this is what's scary. 2025. Do they know something we don't know?
Exactly. Maybe there'll be a lot that'll happen between them and now.
Maybe it might be before that, 2025.
Yeah, the 7 years, exactly. But by then, it would be worth like that.
And this is to track us down. It's like it's everywhere on our credit card, just about. Well, it's starting to go on credit cards. I'm sure people have it, or Interact, or Opus cards. Well, they're making it small into a grain of chip, and they want to implant it on everybody and track us all down, and that's what it's coming to. And look at this. They have the technology, and look how much it's worth.
I know. And speaking of which, I just got a text that says Soros could crash the US dollar. He wants to do it. That's what he's working on now. Your good buddy George
Soros.
Sorry, I just got that as an email.
So we're just going to go down.
Because this might tie into it, because if they crash the economy, then they'll bring in a new global system, and you have to take the chip.
Who's the Antichrist? That's the question.
The Antichrist.
But we're not supposed to be looking for the Antichrist. We're supposed to be looking for Christ and bringing people to Christ. Now I just turned people away. Now everybody's going to run away.
It says over here the RFID chip could work by Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
It says right there, Wi-Fi and Zigbee expect to help the RFID chip market grow. Why do you think they want to put Wi-Fi everywhere? And in the refrigerators, it's not for your own good. Because don't forget, at the end times, it says it, that no one can fight the beast. So if everything's connected and they turn it against us, who's able to fight? Only Christ himself. And his vast army of angels. Now we're probably turning off people, no?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna, but we're here to say with the truth. And a lot of people this week were saying, the Bible is fairy tale. Well, I told them, why are you on the conspiracy? To a lot of people, conspiracies could be fairy tales, unless if proven true. which we're always trying to do, you know, we're proving true. And that guy kept quiet. But it's true though.
Yeah,
No?
I know it's true for sure. But I feel a lot of conspiracy people, they want to fight the NWO without Christ, without Jesus in it, and it just doesn't make sense. And our show, the the Montreal Anti-Illuminati Task Force says it before anything. Before this, the only way to defeat the NWO will be through Jesus.
Well, it's like, just like a lot of NWO people are saying that the Bible is like, because it's been removed, it's not true. You know, why did they remove things from the Bible? Now I'll tell you why they removed things from the Bible.
Go
They
ahead.
removed things from the Bible. It's because those books don't show what saves you. And the whole reason why the Bible is to show the proof that there was, that like the Old Testament is to show that Jesus Christ is coming. Then Jesus Christ came in the New Testament. So the Old is there to show, look, Christ is coming. He's on his way. Then when Christ came, so it's like they kind of like go back and forth, and you can see, oh, yeah, look, you know, this is before Christ. And it says this, like in Psalms, it says certain things about Christ. So anyhow, so that's why they removed many books from the Bible, because, you know, who's the Savior? Christ. So
Indeed.
all right. Speaking of apocalypse, look at this.
Apocalypse.
That's the book of Revelations.
Exactly. Mysterious. Before I had had a thought, Revelations 12 is supposed to happen, but after Revelations 12 would be Revelation 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just think about it as I read this. This has nothing to do with it, but just when you said apocalypse, Revelations 12 and then Revelations 13 happens right away. All right. Mysterious planet X hurling towards Earth could trigger deadly tsunamis and superquakes in early August, according to bizarre conspiracy theory. Look, August. Very interesting month. Author claims the gravitational pull of the planet will cause natural disasters that will wipe out half of mankind. A solar system on collision course with Earth is going to destroy much of our planet by causing superquakes and tsunamis in August. This according to bizarre claims. Conspiracy theorists have long thought that Planet X and its accompanying cluster of stars will wreak death and devastation on Earth. Look at that. Look at the pictures. Wow.
I wouldn't want to be here.
No.
Hopefully we'll get raptured. And I know a lot of people say there's no such thing as a rapture. Well, if there is no such thing, then why isn't it brought up in the Bible as caught up, or rapunzel, I think it's called in Greek?
Yeah. Harponzel, yeah.
Rapunzel or Harponzel.
That's the way. Researchers David Meads believe the Planet X gravitational pull will whip up 740 miles per hour tsunamis and earthquakes registering 9.8 on the Richter scale. He believes that only 50% of the world's population will be left after the disaster. The conspiracy theorist who wrote the book Planet X, the 2017 arrival, has also identified the exact month he believes it is going to happen. Very interesting that he says August.
Let's say more September.
Well, yeah, but it could start happening in August. The destruction.
Yeah, I know, Ryan. The Catholic people, they pray to saints and that.
Statues.
Yeah. Well, it does say not to idolatry, it's called.
Yeah.
Not to do idolatry, and they're doing it. So, there's something wrong there. Yeah, but they also follow a lot of Peter. And, so Peter was a great apostle, but yeah, also Virgin Mary, they put her to be the first and most important person.
Like the Queen of Heaven, right?
Their problem is they don't follow Paul, because if they all do what Paul says, starting from the, well, Acts is written by Luke, but if they start from Acts and go all the way to Titus and read all about Paul, they will be okay, but they're not. It's like, I don't know. Well, no, I understand. Peter was important too, because Peter went and tried to preach to the Gentiles, just like Paul. But it's Christ. It's under the ministry of Peter and Paul, but more Paul.
Humans anyways, so you can't.
Yeah, I know, but no.
That's why
yeah.
I just follow Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. You should follow Christ, but there's a but here, and that is Christ was talking a lot about the Jews because he came for the Jews. So, you got to keep that in mind. You got to diversify. You got to divide, I should say, not diversify, but divide.
The ones who censored the parts of the Bible, who were they? The Freemasons. The Illuminati. But yeah, so that's pretty interesting of what's going on. That's going to happen in August, according to this bizarre conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we're going to probably touch into it. Hopefully, the software we're using collaborates with us, because it's not collaborating anymore. It's like giving us trouble all the time. And we hope that this show gets recorded, and yeah, for sure, Jesus saves. But anyways, we'll talk about that later on. Now we're going to talk about UFOs.
UFO hunter mystery. Questions after man who found life on Mars goes silent. A prolific UFO hunter who claims on numerous occasions to have found evidence of life on Mars has sparkled in mystery after suddenly axing one of the world's biggest UFO websites. So he just disappeared, just went off the air. Scott,
who went off the air? I'm here. Okay.
Not you. Scott C. Waring has spent the last 7 years reporting allegedly UFO sightings every 24 hours on his website, UFOsightingsdaily.com. It has grown to become one of the world's most well-known UFO websites in the world, which its reports regularly followed up by media across the globe. Mr. Waring also published the results of his own research on the website, which involved spending hours looking through images placed online by NASA of the Martian surface, looked for signs of alien life. The conspiracists produced several reports claimed to have found creatures which resembled animal species on Earth, including a giant mouse, baboons, that's a funny one, a bear, and crabs. He also claimed to have found fossils and skeletal remains of an ancient humanoid civilization he claims once inhabited the Red Planet. But Mr. Waring, who has posted each day this month, suddenly stopped on Friday, releasing his final post. He wrote, "My last post. Thanks for the seven years of support. We have accomplished a lot together." Where did he go?
I have no idea.
Was he teleported back to where to somewhere? That's very strange. He said he started the blog as a place to defend UFO witnesses who often faced ridicule. Now that happened less, he says. He says that pressure from readers from his websites have pressured NASA into axing a decision to stop a live feed camera on the International Space Station, which was another source of many of the UFO sightings of the website. I hate NASA. He said these cams are still up years later. We've posted some amazing sightings and it discovered along these 7 years we have made it to the major news sites like CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox News, and even New Scientist, which said I was making a new area of science. But after saying ridicule against UFO hunters was less frequent, now he appeared to blame on his own decision to quit. Okay, so he quit, I guess.
So you see the answer is right there. There's even more, but I don't know if you want to
No, no, I think it's enough. I mean, we get what he says. You know what I'm saying? And this POTUS right there. Oh boy. Makes us very interesting if we are in the end times.
End of the world prophecy says Bible hints at devastating U.S. North Korea nuke war. But that's rumors of war.
I look at a picture after it. The green, the hand, the alien hand contact and the human hand. Oh yeah, I mean, we're living in interesting times. We never know what to expect from day to day.
So that's it for that.
Yeah, not much on UFOs these days, but it's okay.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of things on UFOs. Yeah, I agree. I agree with this one. What Ryan says, yeah, just Jesus Christ. But the thing is we have to understand something. Jesus Christ, when he came, he went to the Jews. Christ then died, and he spoke to Paul. You know, Paul brought him up, raptured him. He got raptured. Paul went, spoke to him, and told him exactly what to do for us Gentiles. So that's why we're under the ministry of Paul. That's what I think. That's from what I read, because we have to rightfully divide. And I put that always in the group we made there, In God We Trust. It's all written. It's like it's very well explained. I always find Bible verses and it explains it all. So,
but it's really getting corrupted.
What?
Corrupted everything.
Like?
I mean, like life.
Yeah, I know, but this is part of the birth pangs. That's going to happen before he returns.
Yeah, but now
before the rapture.
Now I'm just fed up of it all. I just feel like going on an island, scrapping it all, and effing off. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I mean, let's get the F out of here. It's enough, and there's still more to go.
I know, but as a Christian, we will get attacked. We will get even more attacked than a non-believer and a atheist in that. That's the sad part. I guess that's part of being human, or being Christian, I should say, not human, being Christian.
But I'm just sick of it all. I just want to give it up, go on an island, forget everything I know, unlearn everything I know, and just be a zombie and wait for the end to come, like in the 90s.
Forget it. You can't go back. Once you know, you can't turn back.
Unless I get hypnotized to forget it.
And even there, you don't want that.
I might actually do this. I'm gonna get hypnotized and won't remember what I've done for the past 6 years. I'm telling you. But hopefully everything's gonna come to an end very soon. Well, yes, attacked, and we're always getting attacked. I'm fed up of being attacked, but it keeps on going, and I keep on ticking. No, I keep a beating, but I keep ticking. I take a licking, but I keep on ticking. That's it. That's the phrase.
Remember what it says in the Bible, that greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. So they keep attacking us. We are greater than that's attacking us, whether it's Satan, demons.
I know, but it's all the foods and the chemicals, and there's not one day where something we don't feel sick or something. There's always something,
Unfortunately.
There always is, and
just got to keep praying and keep the faith. Always keep the faith, because that's what it's all about, keeping faith.
Yeah, and didn't you hear about a new super bug that can kill you like in 20 minutes? It gives holes in your hand. You become like all dotted holes, and then you die in 20 minutes. I've heard about a new some kind of virus.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to put it up in the conspiracy talk when I saw it. Actually, I don't know why I didn't, but it's okay. We don't want to scare people. I mean, there's enough in the true community or so-called Christians that all they do is they fearmonger all the time.
But are they real Christians? I mean, like I said, they said, yep, first of all, Christians are supposed to build themselves up. Like, if you see a Christian that you never laugh at a Christian, you always help build them up. And are they real Christians? They claim that the rapture will not happen. That's the thing.
Or they claim more stuff that's gonna happen and still never happened yet, and they fearmonger people. But if they get paid for it, like so much money, they do videos every day, that's a sign that they are fake Christians.
Yeah, because it's all about money.
Loading.
That's what it's all about for them. It's money, making lots and lots of money.
Exactly. But before we end the show, what a wonderful movie it was, Ryan, that we went to see, Guardians of the Galaxy. Loved it. It was fun. It was amusing. It was heartbreaking, and it was also very enlightening when we saw. Well, I don't know if it's the spoilers, but when we saw Star-Lord's dad, how powerful he was, and you've got to love Groot and the Rocket.
But you know what kills me is his dad is supposed to, like, the son is supposed to be Peter, and his dad is supposed to be like half human, half God with a small G, like he claims to say,
Exactly, but he was probably Satan.
But then again, Hollywood, we know how it is. It's always like
Hollywood.
that.
Exactly, but it was a good movie, though. I love that movie. I mean, it was a lot of laughs, and I want to go. I buy the movie. That's for sure. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, better than the first one, in my opinion.
No, I like the first one. The first one was nice too. I mean,
but the second one, there was a lot of hilarious parts. It's a movie it's one of those rare movies that you want to watch again. But kudos to Marvel,
Yeah, I'd probably watch it again.
Not for sure.
It wasn't as sad as Wolverine.
The what?
Wolverine.
What about Logan?
Logan. That was the movie. The last one that we saw.
That was very
pretty sad. Come on, I almost cried in that movie. It's like, for me, that's the Titanic. I know a lot of girls, you have to cry with the Titanic. You have to cry with the Titanic. No, me, it was Logan. I almost burst into tears. They should have told me, bring a handkerchief. I would have cried on the handkerchief.
I know.
Or Kleenex. Bring a box of Kleenex when you're watching that. It's just so heart-touching. Nothing's more sadder.
The movie was going to happen. It was leading to that. I could tell. I was just hoping it wasn't. At the last minute, it wouldn't have been what it is. For those people that didn't see Logan, because it's still playing in theaters, But anyhow.
But you know what, Rob? Before, I know you want to go on this and that, but the thing that killed me about Logan, it's nothing's worse than seeing a young girl cry with the father. I won't say the rest, seeing the father. I don't want to say it, but nothing's more sadder than seeing a young girl cry when she finds out who was father. Yeah, it's like it just broke my heart. It's like the ending of that movie broke my heart.
It just rips your heart out. And I know exactly, but it felt good going to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Something's not so serious, But I guess that's it for this week. Enough with the seriousness and the non-seriousness, and hopefully we'll be back next week with more information, if there is to tell, and we'll try and get more information about POTUS.
Yes, right. And also don't forget to like this video, share this video, and write good comments.
Or any comments to begin with.
Yeah, I know, but I hate seeing the negative comments like. This sucks and that sucks. We know it sucks, but whatever sucks.
Or if we suck, but the whole planet sucks these days, basically. But all right. Anyhow, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week, God permitting. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, folks.
All right. Good night. Bye. We're out of here.